Have you ever gotten in serious trouble? This bully, Derek, had been making my life miserable for weeks, tripping me in hallways, spreading rumors, throwing food at me during lunch. Standard harassment. But it was escalating daily. The teachers knew about it. I'd reported him 4 times. Each time they'd have a brief talk with him and tell me to just avoid confrontation. My parents had even met with the counselor twice. Nothing improved. That Friday started like any other. I was walking to my locker after English class, backpack slung over my shoulder, when Derek appeared with 2 of his friends blocking my path by the stairwell. "Hey, freak," he said, stepping directly in front of me. "You look like you need to learn some respect." I hadn't done anything to provoke this. This was just his latest power trip for entertainment. "I just want to get to my locker," I said, trying to step around them. He pushed me hard against the wall. My shoulder hit the concrete with a sharp pain that shot down my arm immediately. "You'll get there when I say you can," he said, smiling like he was enjoying this humiliation. His friends were laughing and recording with their phones. "Maybe after you crawl there like the pathetic loser you are." That's when something inside me exploded with rage. I still had my thick chemistry textbook in my left hand, 2 pounds of hardcover with reinforced metal corners. Derek reached out to push me again, grinning smugly. I swung the book as hard as I possibly could, right at his outstretched hand. The impact made a horrible cracking sound. His scream was ear-piercing and panicked, echoing through the entire stairwell. His hand immediately swelled up and bent at an unnatural angle. He collapsed against the wall, holding his wrist and sobbing loudly. His friends stopped laughing and started backing away from the scene. Teachers appeared from multiple classrooms. Ms. Johnson, Mr. Davis, even the security guard. They saw Derek crying on the floor and immediately started shouting at me. "What have you done? This is completely unacceptable behavior." 30 minutes later, I'm sitting in the assistant principal's office like a dangerous criminal. Derek had been rushed to the emergency room. His parents arrived first, both furious and demanding immediate justice. His dad was pointing at me and yelling, "That psychopath broke my son's wrist with a weapon. I want him expelled permanently. We're pressing charges for assault. This is criminal behavior from a disturbed child." Assistant Principal Collins was nodding sympathetically and taking detailed notes. "We have 0 tolerance for violence here. This was clearly a premeditated attack using a textbook as a weapon against an innocent student. Derek is a good kid," his mom added emotionally. "He's never hurt anyone. This attack was completely unprovoked and vicious. We demand this violent student be removed from our school immediately." I tried to explain my side. "He's been bullying me for months." "That's enough," Mr. Collins snapped at me. "We'll be contacting the police about this assault. You're facing serious consequences for your actions today." That's when my mom walked in. She'd left work early after getting the urgent call. Assistant Principal Collins stood up formally. "Mrs. Rodriguez, thank you for coming. We need to discuss your son's violent behavior." My mom looked at me, then at Derek's parents, then back at the administrator. "What exactly happened here today?" "Your son brutally attacked Derek with a textbook, broke his wrist. We're treating this as assault with a deadly weapon." Derek's dad jumped in again. "My son is having surgery right now because of this monster. This could have permanent damage. We want this psychopath prosecuted to the full extent of the law." Mom listened calmly. Then she asked, "Where are the security cameras for this incident?" "Unfortunately, we don't have cameras in that stairwell," Collins admitted reluctantly. "So you're taking one side's word over another?" "We have witness statements," he said defensively. "From who exactly?" "Derek's friends who were helping intimidate my son?" Mom asked pointedly. Collins was getting visibly uncomfortable with her questions. "Your son admitted to hitting Derek with the book," he said weakly. "In self-defense after months of documented bullying?" Mom asked, looking directly at me. I nodded emphatically. Mom turned back to the administrator. "This is the same Derek we've complained about multiple times, the one who's been harassing my son all semester. Where was your 0 tolerance policy then?" "Boys sometimes have disagreements," Collins said dismissively. "Disagreements?" Mom's voice got ice cold. "My son comes home upset daily because of this kid and you call it disagreements? That's victim blaming." Derek's mom tried to interrupt. "That's completely irrelevant. Your son used a weapon to assault our child." Mom looked straight at her. "Your son has been physically and emotionally tormenting mine for months. Where was your concern then?" Mom stood up decisively. "Either you suspend both students for fighting, or we'll be discussing this with lawyers and the school board. You can't ignore bullying, then punish the victim for defending himself." Collins' face went white. "Let's not escalate this situation unnecessarily. We're done here," Mom said firmly. She looked at me. "Get your backpack. We're going home." We walked out together. No suspension for me.